On the 30th of November 2022, ChatGPT was initially released to the public. This was a pretty big time for the online world, because for most people, this was their first way of accessing any sort of artificial intelligence in their lives. Sure, they had seen it in films, in books, but this was the first time that they could actually go onto their computer and talk to an actual AI that would give them an answer. I still remember the first time that I ever tried using ChatGPT. I was in the school library in my secondary school. I had just finished some work and I decided to check out what ChatGPT actually was. I'm pretty sure this was like very early 2023. I had heard rumors about it. I'd never seen it for myself, and people told me to try it. So I gave it a go just to see what it would do. I asked it a few questions. I don't remember exactly what I asked it, but they weren't anything serious. They were just stuff about my interests. And after about 5 or 10 minutes of just asking it the same stuff just about things I liked, the novelty wore off, and I haven't used it since. It's pretty much just Google, but you have to wait for an answer to pop up. So after 10 minutes, that's just what it is. And I haven't ever used ChatGPT since. I prefer just Googling stuff that I need to know. But to other people, ChatGPT would see a lot more use from when it released, even to now. Even today, ChatGPT is the most used artificial intelligence model in the world. It doesn't surprise me, it's the one people would go to the most. In March of 2023, the second main AI model would be released to the public, that being Google Gemini. It worked almost the exact same as how ChatGPT did, where you could ask it questions and it would give you a quick answer, but it also had tools that helped to integrate with other Google services like Gmail and Google Drive. And it could perform tasks that you needed to do just by asking it to do so. Gemini would also be seen integrated into Google Pixel phones. I never had a Google Pixel, so I don't know exactly how it works, but it's pretty much just having an AI with you at all times. Gone are the days of having to load up ChatGPT on a website to ask an AI a question. Now you just have Google Gemini integrated into your smart device. Now we can come to what I believe is probably the worst AI example that I can think of, and it's the AI overviews that appear at the top of any Google search that you do. I despise these things so much. Every time I Google something, I have to put on the minus symbol and then AI at the end of my search to remove the the AI overview. It's so unnecessary, and I wish I could just turn it off by default. And I think the worst part for me is it gets things wrong. I'm sure, all of us have got something wrong in our day-to-day lives. We get stuff wrong all the time. It's human nature. But what's supposed to be an artificial intelligence that's here to help us is just plain wrong. And now this isn't really a specific software or anything, but it's one that I still have a problem with, and it's the use of AI when creating art of any kind, whether that be actual pieces of art or music, whatever you want to say. I still think that AI art is an issue. I've asked this to a lot of people, actually, and it's whether AI art can be considered original or not. And I've always stood on the grounds of it cannot be, because AI cannot create something original. It is taking inspiration from other pieces and creating something using those, but it can't create something from its own mind. AI lacks a mind. It can't think for itself. Therefore, why should we say that the art that it creates is original and comes from the mind? And I don't think it's just a me thing, but most AI art, especially the people in it, look lifeless. That, and they always have some sort of mistake on them, whether that be them having 6 fingers or something weird to do with the ears. I saw an AI art once of Shiva from Splatoon 3. It did not look like her at all. I think the eyes were wrong, the ears were wrong, the hair was wrong, the charm thing that she wears was an entirely different shape. It didn't look like her at all, and obviously, I didn't even need to look in the AI art checking software. it was pretty damn obvious that it was AI. I think it sucks a little more because I don't actually know what it's like creating art. I haven't made any sort of masterpieces with a paintbrush or anything. I know people who do make art though. I think they are extremely talented people who will go on to do great things with their art. But seeing that how AI art is used so much more frequently makes me kind of sad for those people. They are so talented and they are having their future careers taken away by machines that can't even think for themselves. While I was in the middle of recording this, I had a really good comment left by a friend of mine, so I asked them if I could include it in the video, and they said yes. So, I'll read it out. My one question is, why is society and mostly tech companies trying so hard to replace our own jobs and hobbies with AI? Do they want everyone to feel devoid of meaning and purpose? I think that this comment pretty much hits every single point. So AI is slowly taking away most of, like, the common jobs. Like, art, it's gonna be all done by AI now. Making videos. If you've seen the more recent development in Sora, the AI video making thing, it's terrifying. They're so terrifyingly realistic that it scares me to think what people could do with it when given full access. Like, there's videos of people who have passed away, like, fairly realistic videos, keep in mind. And there's videos of them doing things, like, as if they're alive, but they're not. It actually scares me to think about a world where, in like 10, 20 years, pretty much every single video on YouTube is made by solely AI, absolutely no human actual effort put into it other than just typing in a prompt and calling it a day. I think that the way the world is going right now, especially with like the advancing in technology, especially with AI, I worry that in like 10, 20, 30 years, we will become too dependent on it, like we are right now with the internet as a whole. I don't think that we could go, 7 days without the internet as a society without completely breaking down. In a few years, that's probably going to be the same with AI. I personally think that part of the process of making something creative that you can be proud of is the creation of it itself. If you're just looking for a result, then you're not really enjoying it. I think it's better if you actually want to create something and you enjoy the creating of it, then I think it's the perfect thing for you. And with that being taken away by AI, it just makes me think, what else are they going to take? But that's all I've really got. I hope that eventually one day people start realizing that the Terminator films were a warning, not a to-do list. I very much hope you enjoyed my random yapping about something while I have Steep gameplay in the background. It's a pretty good game actually, you should give it a go. And that's all I've got. I'm now going to sign off before I hit the ground and die.